It looked perfect, a marvel of modern engineering, holding back millions of liters of water, until one tiny mistake turned it into a ticking time bomb. One miscalculation, and everything was about to collapse. Quick shots, 𝗕𝗂𝗰𝗂𝗀𝗃 engineers inspecting, a small crack forming, water pressure rising, alarm blaring, explosion of water. The sun rose over the valley, reflecting golden light on the calm surface of the massive dam. For decades, this engineering marvel had stood as a symbol of human achievement, holding back millions of liters of water. Engineers walked the perimeter, checking structural points, confident in their calculations. But beneath this calm, a critical miscalculation silently threatened everything. One small error in the dam's design, overlooked in the paperwork and blueprints, would soon prove catastrophic. What seemed like a perfect structure was about to reveal a hidden weakness. The engineers had made one small miscalculation during the design phase. The stress tolerance of a critical section of the dam was underestimated. The calculation seemed minor on paper, a fraction of a percentage, but in reality, it meant the dam would not withstand extreme water pressure during heavy rainfall. This error went unnoticed due to overconfidence in standard formulas and a lack of cross-checking. By the time warning signs appeared, it was already too late. Months passed and the rainy season arrived. The water level in the dam began to rise faster than anticipated. Minor cracks appeared along the wall, barely noticeable at first. Sensors recorded stress points exceeding expected limits. Some junior engineers raised concerns, but they were dismissed by senior staff. Everyone assumed the dam could handle the pressure. But the miscalculation had silently weakened the structure, turning small warning signs into a ticking time bomb. One night, the dam groaned under the pressure. The cracks widened, and water began seeping through areas previously thought safe. The stress was concentrated in one weak section, the exact spot affected by the miscalculation. Alarms blared in the control room. Engineers scrambled, trying to reinforce the structure with sandbags and emergency pumps. But the damage had already progressed too far. The full magnitude of the failure was imminent. At 3:17 a.m., the weak section of the dam gave way. Millions of liters of water exploded downstream, carrying debris and destruction in its path. The sheer force of the water tore through everything in its way. Trees, houses, and roads were obliterated. Emergency sirens screamed as the flood engulfed nearby villages. For engineers who had walked these grounds just months ago, it was a horrifying realization that one simple miscalculation could lead to such devastation. When the waters finally receded, the landscape was unrecognizable. Homes were destroyed, roads washed away, and the valley that once symbolized human engineering triumph lay in ruins. Investigators arrived to analyze the failure, tracing the disaster back to the single miscalculation that had been overlooked. It was a stark reminder. Even the smallest errors in engineering can have monumental consequences. The dam disaster became a case study in engineering failure. Universities and engineering firms analyzed the blueprints, calculations, and decision-making processes. The key takeaway was clear. Attention to detail, rigorous verification, and humility in the face of natural forces are essential. Engineers now speak of this tragedy not only as a warning, but as a guide, proof that even the smallest miscalculation can reshape lives and landscapes forever.